So I'm going to share with you guys really quick about commitment and not quitting. After mission school, my wife Nicole and I ended up, moving to East Tennessee, and we were working in a children's home. And I thought, I'll do that for 2 or 3 years and learn something, and then go out and open a children's home, in Cambodia somewhere like that we would dream about. And then the Lord asked me about Greeneville, where I was. And I didn't want to stay there. I wanted to go to I wanted to do something. And I knew that the Lord had asked me to be there, but for me, in my mind, it was this season thing. And I'm not saying that there is no such a thing as seasons, but the truth is, I think we started playing with that. And all of a sudden, we start waking up every day going, Jesus, this is hard. Can we get into the next season? And you're actually missing what Jesus is wanting to teach you in this season. And what if this season is the season that you're going to continue? What if he wants you to be a lifer where he called you? I could not even fathom that. I didn't want to. And the Lord spent some time breaking my heart for this little bitty town. And he said, Abel, do you want Greeneville? And I was like, oh, so you're telling me that I'm going to have like Tennessee. So I'm staying in the U.S. and I'm going to start this revival, this thing in Tennessee. He was like, no, Greeneville. Would you like Greeneville? And I'll go, so we're going to get the Tri-Cities. Knoxville's a bigger city. Maybe we go to Johnson City and there's Nashville down the road. And he was like, no. What about Greeneville? Would it be worth it for you to spend your whole life and die right here just to see the people in these mountains to get to know me? And I couldn't answer him. I didn't want to. I have a calling. Going to the nations. And for the next week, he just spent some time breaking my heart for those people. I didn't want to stay there. I wanted to go out. I feel like a lot of us have a fear of committing because we're afraid of missing out on our big calling. We'll go, yeah, I'll come in and help, kind of like a stepping stone. But where you are right now, those people that you're ministering to, they're not a stepping stone to anything. They're it. They're who Jesus asked you to be with, who laid down your life for. It's not that you can't move or you can't try. It has nothing to do with that. It means that you're not waking up every day. Jesus, can I leave now? Can I go now? What is the next thing now? Because whenever we do that, back to back to back to back, what I notice is one day we just started convincing ourselves that the Lord told you that it was okay to go. When maybe he actually never asked you to. The Lord can make it really clear for you if he wants you to leave, if he wants you to move, if he has something else for you. Like if the Lord has this other thing, he knows where to find you. Check this out. Jonah was part of the biggest revival that we know of it, right? Like hundreds of thousands of people's life get turned around, and he didn't even want to be part of that move of God. He actually ran away from it. God went and found him. You can take a deep breath and you can relax. If Jesus wants to move you somewhere, he will get you there. If he has this other thing for you to do, he will speak to you. But now it's time for us to be faithful with what he asked us to do. What did he ask you to do? Not just as a stepping stone, maybe I'm growing. Right now. Is he worth what you're doing right now? And what if that was it? Would it be worth it for that people? And my heart was wrong. It wasn't for me at the time. And he broke my heart for those people. And I was like, okay, Jesus, we're going to be in this little town until the day we die, unless you tell us to leave. If you tell us to leave, we'll be obedient, we'll go. But I'm never going to wake up going, all right, can we go now? I'm kind of done. This is hard. This is tiring. We equated hard with bad. Hard is not necessarily bad. It's not because it's hard that you need to go into somewhere or do something else, right? If it was, if hard was bad, then Jesus in the garden would be like, all right, we're not doing this thing anymore. We're done. Then all the disciples would have failed, right? Because we know what happened with them. It's just hard. It's not necessarily bad. It's not a sign that you have to quit. It's not a sign that you have to go do something else. It's not a sign that I am not having fun. I'm going out of here. What did Jesus ask you to do? And are you being faithful doing it? And if you are, you can take a deep breath and know that He knows where you are. He knows where to find you. You're not being overlooked. Do you trust Him? Is He good? I don't even spend any time being mad at Him. Why would I spend time being mad at the only one that can actually help me and the only one that never messed up the plan? I'm not saying that you're this terrible person if you ever got upset and frustrated, but I'm going like you're spending all this time frustrated and mad at God. Is He helping? What if He asks you to lay down your life right there? Then just lay down your life right there and be faithful day in and day out. He is so faithful. He knows what He has for you. And if He needs to tell you what to do next, He will tell you. He'll make it clear. He's good. Keep your eyes on Him. So I didn't want to be a lifer in this little town. I didn't want to. But now I wouldn't want it any different. I just want to serve Jesus, whatever He asked me to do. And I don't want to wake up every day going, is there something else? Is there something else? Is there something else? I want to thank you, Jesus, for what you called me to do. I am so honored that I get to do exactly what you asked me to do. These some days are hard? Absolutely. Do you feel like I'm going to quit? I'm going to explode? Absolutely. Is He worthy? Is He good? Do you trust Him? You don't have to worry. He knows exactly where you are. Just be a lifer with what He asks you to do. Just be faithful with what He asked you to do. Quitting is not an option. Following Jesus is what we do.